side-by-side comparison of my two 911 997 turbos. So you can see on the left is the Gen 1 997 turbo, and on the right is the Gen 2 997. The one on the left is Tiptronic S, and on the right is the PDK. So I kind of did one yesterday where I was doing a walk around of the cars, and also at the same time letting you know about all the differences that I could see. This again is the Gen 1, and this time I kind of promised that I would also be looking at starting it up, letting you know about the insides, interior, whatnot. So I'll just do one more kind of whiz round, let you see it from the outside, and then we'll get into showing you the interiors as well. So that was a walk around of that one, which was the Gen 1. This is Gen 2. Again, how amazing they look. I mean, you just can't fault the beauty of these cars. So generally, the only differences, as I could tell you yesterday, were on the rear lights and also the wheels. And then one other thing I mentioned was the mirrors. And on the mirrors, if you look carefully at both of them, the Gen 1 mirrors are a lot more sporty looking actually. Bit flatter, slightly longer, and a different crease on it as well. But if you look at everything else, between the one on the left, which is the Gen 2, and the one on the right, where the difference is the wheels. Other than that, very similar. But there ends the similarity as you get to the back, and as you then start looking at the engines as well between both of them. So as you know, the Gen 1, for those of you that know, the Gen 1 comes with the Metska GT1 racing engine, which was used all the way up until, I believe, was it 2012 was the last production one of that. And that last production version was used in the GT3, and then after that it went to the DFI, which is direct fuel injection, that turned up into the new GT3s, and also using Le Mans racing as well, and that's in the PDK Gen 2. So the Metska was dropped at that point. Why was it dropped? Mostly I think due to fuel emissions, all the rest of it, different standards, and it was just the right time for Porsche to move on from its original racing history. But you know, if you read on the forums, there's a lot of talk about it never it's not one of those things that solves world peace problems or anything else like that. It is a great engine. It's great that it ran for so long. I'd say it's probably the more reliable of them, but at the same time I wouldn't allow that to deter me from having a DFI engine version as well. So if you are looking at these cars, the best thing to do is to look at all the history, make sure that all the maintenance being kept up to date, because things that generally would go wrong with the Gen 1s haven't really reared their head in the Gen 2s yet, because they just haven't been on the road for that long. So Gen 1s are turbo rods, coolant pipes, dry belt, I'm sure that's been done. The just make sure that the maintenance of the services between the Tiptronic gearbox on the Gen 1 and also on the Gen 2 the PDK gearbox has been done, and then I think you're pretty